how good are porn stars at acting? Well, I found out by hiring a production team, writing a movie script, and only casting actors that were other types of actors.
But you haven't had props like that before.
And I have to say that my opinion on their acting ability has somewhat changed.
Did we get that?
There is an overarching opinion that acting in adult films isn't particularly good.
Come on, Mr. Rock.
Ring, ring, ring.
The cameraman literally just said ring, ring. But I want to prove that when they actually try, they are fantastic actors. But how am I gonna do this? Well, I thought that I would write, direct, and star in my own short film where all the actors are professional porn stars. To prove once and for all that they are true thespians. This is an idea I got from friend of the channel, Eric Tabak, so go check him out. And I have to say, I didn't really know where I was going to start. So I set about Googling adult actors whilst at work.
This is genuine work. I pride myself on my little black book. Hey, if you need a private investigator, a private jet, or to spend some time with nudists, I'm your guy. I don't know any adult actors, personally. So I've got a three-pronged approach. One is to reach out to their agents. Two is to put a casting call out. Number three, good old trusty Instagram and get you guys to help me out. So again, like every video, let's start at square one.
I might have slightly overestimated my ability to cast adult actors, because my first two leads were falling on deaf ears. I did have some success when I found the name of a few production companies.
Found a website for a company called upforit.com. It's a recruitment company for amateur actors.
But after weeks of emails, they decided that I wasn't for them. So once again, I had to rely on you legends. I think some of you may have slightly misunderstood the definition of an adult actor.
I'm getting a lot of you who think when I mean adult acting, I mean actors who are adults.
But I finally got a lead.
Right. So, I've got the details of somebody who's messaged me who works in the industry. And she's given me her number and asked me to call her. Her mobile phone number. In the middle of her mobile phone number is 6969. I don't know whether that was on purpose, but it's absolutely fantastic.
Hello.
Hi Lola, it's Max.
Hello, how you doing?
It always fascinated me that the tropes of porn is always like, oh, the plumber's here to fix the pipes. It's so clunky. And I was thinking, I'm sure the people who work in the porn industry are actually very good actors themselves, but often there isn't that opportunity for them to showcase that talent. Do you do porn full time?
I do porn, I do OnlyFans. So I used to be big on the whole spanking scene.
Well, on this occasion, it would genuinely just be acting. Are you free next week?
Yeah. Where's my diary? I don't know where my diary's downstairs because the plumber and the electrician get to go.
After waiting for Lola to deal with her plumber downstairs, steady, we hammered out the details and the dates that we could shoot. And with that, I'd signed one of the UK's top performers to bring my masterpieces to life.
Okay, not a problem. You take care. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening. She was lovely. She was so nice.
We were then on a roll, and a few calls later, I had 4 of the finest performers booked for my very own film. I then realised I actually need to write the movies. And I say movies because I wanted movies that could showcase each actor's talents individually. So after a bit of tippy-tappying, the films were done, and it was the day of the shoot.
It's the day of the big shoot. Now I want this to be a professional operation, so I've had to hire some film. So once we've got that, the dress is set, and then the talent arrives. This could go anyway, literally anyway at all.
The arrival of my star performers was getting ever closer, so myself and the crew got to work setting the scenes.
I helped. Don't say that I'm not going all out for this.
This is actually...
I've hired professionals for this job.
Yeah.
I know what that is. That's a tripod.
It's actually a light stand.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Throw on 2 LED panels, but like neg it.
I have absolutely no idea what those words mean. What do you want me to do?
What do I want you to do? That's a great question, Max.
Basically, get out of the way.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, fine, no, fair enough.
My presence on set clearly wasn't particularly appreciated, so I decided to do something constructive by finding my very own casting couch to tell you about today's sponsor.
So yes, this video has been sponsored by the legends over at Curve. I got them right out of my crack. They want me to tell you about their sexy new design. Curve combines all your credit and debit cards into one card with one app. Not only is their card very sexy, but Curve themselves are incredibly sexy. You should see Dave in marketing. But they're also very sexy because they're giving you a free £5. All you need to do is download the app, verify your card, make a payment as small as 1p, and you get a fiver for free, as they'd say on the continent. Très sexy. Being a member of Curve, you also get all sorts of wonderful goodies. So I'm just going to open the app here, go to their rewards section, and I've got 31.5% back on Uber Eats, 21% back on Uber, 3.93% back on Booking.com. Sexy. Thank you so much, Curve, for sponsoring this video, you sexy beasts, especially Dave in marketing. Now, I think I've just heard a knock at the door. Oh yes, that's our adult stars arriving to do some acting. Hello!
Hello, how are you?
How are you? Lovely to meet you.
You
How are you doing?
Finishing the setup just in time, our actors had begun to arrive. First up, porn legend Lola Marie.
Oh, it's bumpy, isn't it? Hello.
Followed swiftly by Babe Station regular Azura Ali.
But this is Space Taxi.
And thirdly, OnlyFans superstar Astrid Wet. But with our stars prepping for their scenes, there was one person missing. The fourth member, Jakey Johnson. And there was a problem with old Jakey.
Jake has just not replied to any of my messages. It was also meant to be a mother and a father talking to their son, and I was meant to be the son. But our father, who not only arts in heaven, also has not turned up. So I think I genuinely have about 20 minutes to write a whole new sketch. What do I do? Do I call him? Right, okay. He ain't picking up.
Welcome to GitGuys voicemail.
There might be one person who could help, and that's Housemate Dan. He also helped write the sketch, so I think that he could be a good option. God, that really does look like the casting couch, doesn't it? Bonjour. Hello, mate. Got a question. Yes. Jakey Johnson has not turned up.
Oh, flaky Jakey.
So, would you like to be in the scene as the father in the sketch that you wrote?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Okay, great, for you.
I would say porn is probably harder than acting.
Yeah. You gotta
More ways
keep up.
than one.
Who's your character?
Dan had saved the day once again, so let's get shooting.
Basically ready for the first take.
Like just going to kind of slam the door behind you, but it will sort of like... Once it's up, maybe then just kind of like a look to the door.
I'm just saying in general. Is this your award, I assume?
Well, that was a mastermind I did with my mates. What would be a specialist subject in mastermind?
Sex.
And this is the shot that's going to be sort of like intercut.
We wrap with Lola?
Yay!
Yeah.
I could put on a school uniform.
I think you'll look good.
Why do you have that?
You'll look like...
I want to see how you use them.
I think you do quite well on Babe Station.
Let's stand in. Did we get that? How long's the day?
Like 11 to 5.
Last scene with Astrid, shooting outside. We're going on location.
Hi, it's me again. Quickly before you see the films, I just want to remind you that Curve have been the legends that sponsored this sexy video. Remember to use the code FOSH to get your free £5, but you only get it if you download the app and verified your card. Right, now to see some acting. Cheers, Curve. What are you doing in here? You know the rule, if you have packages, you have to cut up the cardboard. Alright. Okay? So could you do that, please? Thank you. And don't use my knife, I'll get some scissors.
Want a cup of tea?
What are you saying?
We're not your biological parents.
So what do you mean? What, I'm adopted?
Yes, you are adopted, but you are always going to be my son and his son too. We are your parents.
You are our son and we love you. And we don't have a lot, but what is ours is yours.
It doesn't matter. You'll always be my parent. I don't care what a piece of paper is going to say. You're always going to be my mum and dad.
I think it is best that I do give you this. In this envelope, it's got the details of your mum and dad's real name and how to contact them.
I don't care what this says. I'll always love you. You'll always be my parents.
You don't know how long I've wanted to hear that from you.
These are my biological parents.
Well, yeah, but...
Stephanie, wait.
John,
Steph,
what are you doing here?
don't go. Please, please stay with me.
John, it's too late. I've got the job. I'm starting tomorrow.
Well, tell me you can't do it. I cannot live a day without you.
John.
Look, I know I've been distanced ever since my best friend died of that rare blood disease that could have only been cured by that drug that the evil pharmaceutical company that your dad owns withheld from the public. But you're not like him, Steph. Come back to work with me at the children's home. Back where we belong.
My dad, he literally disowned me.
It doesn't matter. We can start our own family. Stephanie, GlaxoSmithKline, will you marry me?
Oh my God. John, yes, of course I will.
Come on. So we're gonna double barrel our names?
What, to GlaxoSmithKline Smith?
Sounds good.
Fantastic actors, fantastic to work with. Next stop, the Oscars.